Saucier residence. This is a camera from inside the residence. They have it set up just for, I forget the name of it, but they return home from the family Tavern. Anastasia is a friend. This is Megan, the wife, and this is the victim, Mr. Saucier. Something happened at the Tavern. Anastasia fell and hit her head. They're checking her out right now. She's bleeding. Nobody's real clear on what exactly happened. There's no fight, as you can see from here, and I talk about my opinion. There's no arguments. They're actually trying to get her aid. This kind of skips ahead. Now we're at 3:48. They have taken Anastasia to Metro Hospital. Anastasia kind of loses it. She becomes paranoid. She runs away from Megan. Megan returns home at about 10 to 3 now, or 10 to 4, and she's like, well, kind of left her. Now we know Anastasia has now gotten an Uber and has called her parents and is now making allegations that Steven and Megan have somehow assaulted her. She's not very clear. During this period of time, Steven, and you can see from this video, he's been drinking. He's continued to drink, and he's, just from the attitudes and mannerisms, he's somewhat intoxicated at this point in time. But we know Anastasia's on her way home. She's called her parents at this point in time to come help her out because her car's at the residence, and she feels her purse and some personal belongings are still at the residence. So she's on her way via Uber. Her parents are on the way from Eaton Rapids on their own, and they're going to the residence at this point in time. There's absolutely no evidence that Steven or Megan assaulted Anastasia in any way. Quite frankly, from all the witnesses, Anastasia was severely intoxicated. Where she came up with this, she's changed her story multiple times, but that's a good kind of what's happened during this incident. This D-Link computer, the video only, it's not like we have a continual running stream of everything in the house at the time. It only triggers when there's movement. Going back to Anastasia, I don't know what happened to her. Nobody knows whether she fell, but there's no evidence she was assaulted by Steven or Megan, but that is, I think, what kind of starts driving what occurs in these next few videos, because she essentially makes an allegation to the police that Steven and or Megan have assaulted her with a baseball bat and then tried to get her to go to Metro under false pretenses, and that's why she's back. And so they're feeding this to the Sheriff's Department dispatch, and you'll play those 911 calls as we get to them. You go to bed, they're getting, in the next video you'll see Megan kind of turning the lights off. She starts turning the lights off, and it's very faint. We'll see. You'll hear her during this towards the end say, there's a car outside. There's a car outside. This, we believe, is the Uber that initially shows up. The Uber initially shows up and kind of pulls in the driveway and then pulls in the lawn. Megan's the first one to see it. You can faintly hear it. You probably, when you get back, you can probably hear it a little bit better.
I've got a car in the driveway. I've got a car in the driveway.
And it's very faint. You can hear it when you get back to your thing, but it's, she says there's a car in the driveway. This is Steven's first 911 call.
Yeah, this is Steven Saucier, 4600 100th Street, Caledonia, Michigan. I've got a vehicle that's outside of my residence on my front lawn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that vehicle is.
Okay. It's on your front lawn right off 100th Street?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's got the flashers on.
On our lawn.
It's on our lawn.
Okay. What kind of vehicle is it? Can you tell?
It looks like a Cadillac with 20-inch chrome wheels. Cadillac Escalade truck.
Okay. All right, we'll go and get a call point and have someone go out there and check on it, okay?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck it is.
Okay.
And I've got a problem out here. I called earlier, and I need someone out here at my residence. This is Steven.
Okay, we'll get someone out there, okay?
Yep. Now I'll pause it right there because I said this is the first 911 call, and he references he's called earlier. He called some point in time when Megan and Anastasia were at the Metro Hospital. It was a rambling, kind of long phone call He just wants to inform. There's nothing going on at the house to call 911. He's like informing them that, kind of at Metro there's an issue, and it kind of ends by dispatch saying, well, we don't work for dispatch, or we don't work for the Metro Hospital. He's like, oh, okay. So it goes to, once again, his intoxication level. I think, as you see from my opinion, alcohol played a substantial role in what occurred here. So just trying to alleviate any confusion because there's a prior 911 call. The incident really started with this 911 call. The next section you will hear is going to be, there's 2 calls. Barbara is Anastasia's mother. Daniel is Anastasia's father. So the Uber's there with Anastasia. Mom and dad show up as well, and mom, Barbara, goes to the door to knock to get her stuff, to get Anastasia's stuff back. A fight ensues. Steven apparently pushes her to the ground. So you'll hear a 911 call first. The first one you'll hear, it's about 8 minutes. You don't have a full 8 minutes here. I cut it out, but you have Barbara talking about, you'll hear the stuff about the assault that took place then, and then you'll hear stuff about the baseball bat. Then about the same time, you'll hear Megan makes the 911 call. At almost the same time saying, hey, we need the deputies out here more. We just made a call. We've been attacked. And it's fairly self-explanatory after that, but I just want to clear there's a lot of people talking, and you'll have an opportunity to hear and get a little idea of what you're listening to.
"911, where's your emergency?" Okay, 911, where's your emergency? Hello, can you hear me?
Are you okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, 911.
I need police assistance here. 3600.
Okay, what's your address?
100th Street.
3600 100?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
what's happening there?
He's beating my husband. They just said that my daughter was out with them. They came to the house. He took a baseball bat to my daughter. We drove from Lansing to come get her, and now he's beating up my husband. He's 68 years old.
Okay, who's beating your husband?
The friend of her boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
No, my daughter's friend's boyfriend.
Daughter's friend's boyfriend is beating your husband.
Yes. Here.
Okay.
No, just somebody get here, please. Let me talk to her.
Okay, no, 1 second.
Okay, so, hey, it's my friend. I am 28 years old, and I went out drinking with my friends. My parents came here because my friends dropped me off in the emergency room for a false claim, and they assured me. And my parents came to pick me up in my car, and my dad's 8 years old, and he just beat the shit out of him. And 1400 100th Street.
Okay.
911, where's your emergency?
4600 100th Street, Caledonia. I need someone immediately.
Okay. I think we're on the phone with somebody from there. What's going on?
Okay, we made 2 calls. We knew someone was coming, and then they
Okay.
did come, and then we were attacked.
Is somebody else on the phone with 911 there right now?
The other party. I have my husband inside now, and they are outside.
Okay. Does anybody need an ambulance there?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. You guys don't.
Hang on. I think we're fine. We're fine.
You guys are fine.
Tell them you better get the fuck here.
Okay, swearing's not going to help the matter. We are coming as
You better get the fuck here right now.
All right, we're on our way, sir.
Okay.
Calm down.
You better get the fuck to my house.
Yeah, we're coming. Stop swearing.
All right. Thank you.
Don't fucking talk to me.
That's clearly Steven in the background. You can see he's now upped it, which will be demonstrated further in his.
911, where's your emergency?
Yep, I recognize your voice. You shut up. This is Steven Saucier. I'm
Do you
the
have
man of this house.
do you have the baseball bat in your hand still, Steven?
No,
Okay.
I never had a baseball bat. I got a goddamn firearm in my hand, and you better get the fuck
You
here.
you have a firearm in your hand?
Yeah, you better get the fuck here. You better get the fuck here, motherfucker.
All right,
I'm telling you.
Hey, calm down. Why do you have that gun in you? Why do you have a gun?
Because I'm a fucking American, motherfucker, and you better get here.
Okay, but why do you have the gun? What are you going to do with the gun?
I've got somebody fucking coming in my house, and I swear to God, in my house, I'm gonna blow you the fuck out of it.
Who are you gonna? You're gonna blow us out of your house?
No, not.
I'm gonna blow an armed motherfucker that's not supposed to be in here.
All right. Can you put the gun down? We're getting there as quick as we can.
Yeah, you better hurry.
We are hurrying. We're going as quick as we can. I want you to put the gun down and secure it. Can you?
I can do that, but you better hurry the fuck up.
We are hurrying. Where are you going to put the gun down at?
But hurry the fuck up.
I am hurrying, sir. I'm going as quick as I can. Lights and sirens.
You
can believe me.
Here, motherfuckers.
Can you
get in
put the
gear?
All right.
Get in gear.
I told them to get there. Now, can you put the gun down for me?
Look here. I'm going to protect my house, motherfucker. You ain't going to tell me what to do. You better get the fuck here.
Okay.
The next video is from inside the house. It's once again very faint, but I think you'll hear it. And we put something at the bottom in terms of clearly the police. You can see a flashlight. The police are sticking a flashlight through the door at that point in time, or the window, and they knock on the window. Megan clearly says, "It's the police, Steven. It's the police. Put the gun down." He does not.
Get the fuck back! Oh, no!
And so this would be the in-car video. This is from Deputy Davis, the officer. He is armed with a shotgun. Given all the information they're getting at this point in time, him and his partner, Elizabeth Gold, he's got a department-issued shotgun because there's a report of the firearm. He goes armed with that. You'll see him approach here. It'll circle in right here. We'll get a little bit closer where you can see him, the deputy, get pushed back, and you can see him work around. Unfortunately, there is a tree stump. Going to your question of body cams, maybe we would have seen a little bit better there because this tree kind of blocks it, but you can clearly see her getting pushed down to the ground. Both deputies see the firearm. Megan admits her husband goes to the door with the firearm. She indicates it's in the low ready position, but after the deputy gets pushed down, the low ready is essentially pointing it at the deputy. So I'll let it play.
Watch that window too, to your right. Can you hear him?
Get the fuck back!
Show me the hands!
And we have a picture of the, according to the police reports, this is the firearm, the gun that was actually cocked back at the time. It was fully loaded at the time, so this is the weapon that was in possession at the time. It was not registered to him at the time, but he we could trace it was purchased by him. He was from Mississippi, he lived in Florida. It was purchased from him in Florida in 2015, I believe. So as you can see from my opinion, this is a justifiable shooting, just in defense of others. Clearly Deputy Davis saw, an individual who had been, by his information he got at the time, assaulted 3 people. And now had just pushed his fellow deputy down. He was armed. Clearly he was armed. He was notified he was armed before he got there. Both deputies see the gun when he comes out. Obviously it's a fairly large firearm from the picture. It's pointed, whether it's in the low ready, but it's pointed at his partner. His partner, as I kind of lead off my conclusion, says, "I think you saved my life, seriously." So if she's feeling that, given what had occurred, it's not too big of a stretch to think that her partner's thinking that she could die. There's no necessity under the law that he's got to wait for a shot to be fired, given the circumstances, and especially the way he was met at the door. I can't believe it was lit. The porch light's on. How he doesn't recognize 2 deputies standing there after his wife has told him. His wife clearly says it's the police before he enters the door and when he gets to the door, shoving her down, and then with that firearm pointed in her direction, he fired one single shot, hit him in the side of the chest. If you look at the autopsy reports, as I said, the alcohol played a huge factor. Steven has no prior record, no, brushes with the law. His wife even said he went into some sort of protection mode or something, and she's never seen him like this. But his blood alcohol level is a 0.22. So whatever that alcohol, how much, we don't know how much he had to drink, but clearly he had a lot that led to this intoxication level that led to the, you heard the 911 call, you saw his behavior, and unfortunately it led to his death that night. But I cannot, charge the officer for behaving this way because he's got to split that second decision to make, I got to save the life of my fellow officer, and he made that choice, and I cannot say was not inappropriate to make that choice.